Hello, everybody. Dating and development here. I hope we are all keeping well during this COVID-19 pandemic. So, before we get started on today's video, we have a word from our sponsor.
Would you guys consider jacking off to be a sport?
Thank you. Anyways, this video is all about breakups. The causes of breakups and are breakups for real. So let's get into it. It's not you, it's me. I think we should be friends. What is it about restraining orders do you not understand? These are all sayings which are commonly associated with breakups. We've all heard of them. And they've been around for God knows how long. And from assessing relationships and talking to men and women, even myself, in front of the mirror, and I'm bored and alone. There's no one around, and it's just raining outside, and I've got a broken heart. Well, I have discovered the reasons as to why relationships finish, and the reasons why being complacency and insecurity. And lucky there's only 2 reasons why, and not 13 reasons why, or else this video will be a collection of tapes. And that ain't happening. When looking at complacency and insecurity, nothing kills attraction more than these 2. So let's start off with complacency. Complacency breeds predictability. I'll say that again, in case you're deaf. Complacency breeds predictability. Once you become predictable, then the mystery is lost. Once the mystery is lost, the attraction can fade. And I mean that in terms of complacency. You stop courting your woman. You become predictable and lazy. And once men reach the goal of getting into a relationship, because you have to remember, men are very goal focused, and when they start going out with a girl, the indoor Olympics is all good. At least there's protection over the hood. Stick. That rhyme didn't really work. You have to remember is that the end goal for men usually is relationships. And once they get into that relationship, they kick back, shove their hand down their pants and watch the big game on TV. Wrestling, soccer, girls. Anyways, from dating through relationships to marriage and 6 feet under, if you're lucky to get there, if you didn't make a blunder, you're always courting your girl. You still have to take her out on dates, listen to her problems, make her feel special, be spontaneous, and everything else in between. Women dislike boredom. They like excitement. No, let's get real. For example, if you have a place where you always go to eat, you have that one place that you and your chica go to eat, and you never go there without missing a beat. I'm really on fire with these rhymes. Anyways, how about going somewhere else for a change? Indian instead of Thai, or Chinese instead of Italian.
Mamma mia!
Least not to mention that if you go on the same day every week, you're creating routine, and that routine becomes predictable. That predictability leads to complacency. So, if you're going on this exact same place, exact same day every week, how about skip a week and go on 2 dates the following week on different days? This is madness. Crazy stuff. No, when it comes to texting or being on the phone, do not constantly be texting or on the phone to her. This decreases attraction, as already explained in my very humorous video about the phone. You will find it in the playlist. Please give it a listen. No, complacency is just not limited to dating. It also refers to you in being a man. If you let yourself go in terms of diet, become lazy, add on weight, subtract the gym, what that equals to is her losing attraction for you, because as a man, you should be on your purpose. That's what masculine energy is all about. Purpose, drive, ambition, breaking through barriers. Now, if you stop pursuing your purpose and make her your focus, which is hella wrong in my opinion, then you are in for one hell of a treat, which will be a plate of bitchiness with a side order of complaining. Now, when a woman starts becoming bitchy towards you, it's because you're not stepping up to the mark in being a man. Her rock, her mountain. How can she put her trust and love in you if you cannot live up to the potential that you're capable of living up to? And when a woman starts getting bitchy, it's because she's in her masculine energy, because women don't want to lead a relationship. They don't want to wear the pants in a relationship. Have you ever noticed where like men and women are in relationships and one woman always acts kind of bitchy towards her husband in that? It's because the husband's not being a man. She's leading the relationship. That's why she's like that. And that should not be the dynamic whatsoever. It's not natural. The feminine energy is about being submissive. Now, I don't mean the sense of get over my lap and I'll slap your bum bum. Not like that at all. More in the sense that she trusts her man, that everything's going to be okay and she can, do her natural role. And he will lead, and she'll just take it in her stride, and she'll give him the love and caring and compassion and all the good stuff in between. And that's what feminine energy is all about. The masculine and feminine energy, they have to be polarized. They're polar of each other, polar opposites, should I say? And that's what attracts. If you lose that polarity in a relationship, where either man becomes too feminine and the woman goes in her masculine, even though they're polar opposites, it's not going to mesh well. So it's better off to have the man be the man and the woman be the woman and do their natural roles. Now, insecurity. Now, talking about insecurity, always seeking a woman's validation, asking her where you stand with her, constantly asking what she is doing, chasing when she pulls away are all signs of insecure behavior. That doesn't go down well, because that shows that you're not confident in yourself. And these behaviors which you display, or could potentially display, the ones I just described, will turn a woman off. And if she senses any weakness, she will pull back and test, because the whole point of testing is to see who's the strongest suitor for her to bear her children. Because women just don't want to bear their children with any man. They want to bear their children with the best suited man with the best type of genes. Now, I'm not talking about Levi's or Jack and Jones. I'm talking about DNA, strong, healthy genes, which her children will survive if she copulates, very scientific, with this man. Now, a man's selling point is his confidence, emotional stability, and behavior. And you have to have them as a man in order to attract a woman. And the thing is, if you do not have these and you're constantly insecure and you're constantly checking in or constantly texting her and everything else, don't have anything else going on in your life, and you make her the focal point of your being, then you're in for a loss. Because when she tests you and you keep failing these tests, she will eventually leave you and find someone else, and that's just the harsh reality of it. And speaking of breakups, are all breakups real? No, not necessarily. They're not necessarily always real. Looking at it, breakups can be a test. Well, they usually are tests, and they're the ultimate test of strength. So what she's looking at when she breaks up with you, can you handle yourself if I leave? That's what she's looking at. And you have two ways in which you can react to this. Now, when it comes to these kind of things where emotions are involved in everything, you're better off being proactive as opposed to being reactive. So, say she says, "Oh, I'm leaving you. I think we should break up." I would reply with, "Well, that's fantastic. Like, you know, do what you want. I respect your decision. One less headache to worry about. I can get on with my life. Thank God." Add a bit of humor in there. But if she says, "Hey, baby, I'm break up with you," and you start begging and pleading and crying with her, "Please don't go, please don't, baby, I want you so much, don't leave me, I want to find anyone else as good as you," then she's going to go. Because if you keep chasing and begging and pleading her to not go, she's going to see, "Oh, this guy is actually as weak as I thought he was. He's being a little pussy man." What a little pussy man he's being. Then, you see, I had to do a little hand gesture to my laptop as though I'm explaining to someone. She's not going to want to be with you because you're not being a strong man, strong, confident. You're not being that. Now, as I said, the best way to avoid the breakup actually being real is to not chase, to not beg, and to not plead for her to come back. And if she comes back, perfectly fine. If she doesn't, perfectly fine. The next bus is in 15 minutes. It always is. And you know what? That's all the time we have for today about breakups. So, quick recap. Breakups are usually caused by insecurity and complacency. And not all breakups are real. They only are real if you keep chasing, begging and pleading for her to come back. That's it. Please like, comment, subscribe to the video. Take care of yourselves, wash your hands after you wipe your ass, and stay safe. Look after your family and loved ones. And talk to you next time. Be better.